Yep.
perfect after some minor technical difficulties, but
Yeah, you're
Well,
going to have that. I'm going to try this again because every time we try this, usually it repeats, and hopefully it doesn't this time. Okay, it worked. It didn't repeat. That was amazing. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite guitar and music podcast. That's the Pandemic Guitar Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Tim, and with me, as always, because we have to all be together to make this happen, that is my father, my sister's father as well. It's weird how that works. I don't know. That's Rick. How are you doing, Rick?
pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. All right, before we get to what's new, we also have to introduce my sister, your daughter, Amanda.
me.
Amanda, welcome back to the show. It's so nice to have you.
Thanks. I feel like that's the nicest thing you've said to me in like years.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have been trying to be very civil
Yeah.
since you've been back. I'm glad
Yeah.
you're back.
Yeah. Well, thanks. Yeah, it's good to be back. Yeah. And what number are we on? What is this? 65? What are we?
64.
64.
64.
That's a lot of
episode
episodes.
number 2 of 2025.
That's
but 64
half my age.
total.
That's half
It's
my
a
age.
lot of family therapy.
I
Whose
wish I
joke
could
was
say
worse?
it was cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insurance does not cover this form of therapy, unfortunately.
At least not my insurance, that's for
No.
sure.
Yeah. Mine neither.
Well, what is new in the world of us, the Pandemic Guitar Podcast?
I don't know. You sent
What is
something.
new?
I did. Yeah.
Oh,
So I'm listening to music all the time at work, as long as I have the ability to. There are a few days where it's a little busier than others, and I just can't really listen to music. But with the holiday season and people taking leave or vacation, I've had a little bit more opportunity to sit back and listen to some music. And lately I've been just listening to the satellite radio company, the expensive satellite radio company.
Ouch.
And they have a channel on there dedicated to just the blues. And I heard a song by Ally Venable called Do You Cry? And I was like, man, I really like the rhythm guitar of this song. I like the soloing of the song. The lyrics, meh, I don't know. But it just has a really nice sound. I really enjoyed it. So then I sent it to Dad, and then I sent it to, well, I think I sent it to both of you in our group
yeah,
chat.
the group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The group chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, Amanda, your thoughts came in very quick.
Yeah. I think I sent you a GIF
Oh yeah,
of
what
was it
now?
Simon Cowell?
It was, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, it's
It
a no
was, yeah.
from me.
It was, and you could totally hear the Simon Cowell voice when you see it too. You're like, oh, it's a no for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I picked it.
And then I think I sent you a meme back that says your band.
Yeah. Yeah. I meant to respond to that. I don't know that I did, but I meant to
No, I
respond
don't.
to it.
No,
I don't think
you
you
didn't.
did. I was just joking.
It was pretty funny. Yeah. Personally, not for me. I don't know, Dad, what'd you think?
I sort of I all I did was listen to that one song. Okay, I
Right.
haven't really listened to anything else that she's done. I did like the song. I did think she did a really good job at certain things. It's sort of an easy song to play, but I don't know. I mean, I thought it was good. The things that I didn't care for was, I didn't care for, she used a Stratocaster. You can tell it's a single coil guitar. Turns out to be a Stratocaster on the solo. I think it would have been more appropriate using the Les Paul, a little more driving sound. That's just, hey, this is my opinion, and
Yeah,
only
yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah, well,
Of it.
we all know what opinions are like.
That's right. And then come the end of it, she used a wah pedal for the solo, which I don't know.
See, you actually, that just reminded me, like after the fact, you told me that you didn't really think that it fit in there or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's the first time for me that the wah pedal made sense.
Okay. I mean, as I said, it's just my opinion. Nobody else's.
Okay.
Yeah,
I really liked it, and that was a new song. It just came out, I believe, if my music streaming platform isn't lying to me, which it has been known to do in the past.
right.
They said that came out, I believe, November of last year.
Okay.
So fairly new song. I did go out and listen to some of the other stuff that was out there, and there's a few songs out there that she has that I did listen to that I was like, yeah, okay, I dig this. But then there's quite a few that I'm like, it's not that it's bad, it's just not my jam.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that happens. I mean, look at some of the other artists around. Some of them have really good. They have a few good songs, and the rest of them are just It's quite common.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and then it depends on how much you listen to it, too. I mean, when
Sure.
Greta Van Fleet put out the Starcatcher album, at first I did not like that album. It was just a complete change of pace from what I'm used to hearing. And then after I listened to it a few times, I'm like, yeah, okay, it's still pretty good. And then we went to the Joe Bonamassa concert, and he was playing stuff from a new album that I was not even aware of.
Yeah.
And again, not that it's bad. It's just not my favorite album. It's probably not even in my top 5 favorite albums that he's put out.
Right.
But they can't all be hits.
No, they can't. Some of them have got to be, mediocre.
Mediocre?
Yeah, mediocre. I mean, for us or for me, I mean, for other people, they may like it.
Right.
And then, it's just the way, it's just musical taste. Everybody has a different taste to music. So.
Is that why you didn't like it, Amanda? Is just because it's not your musical taste?
Yeah, going to be honest, last 3 minutes I haven't had any audio. No idea what just happened. I have no idea what anybody just said. I did just hear that question, but I don't know what you guys said before that. I think it's fixed. Fixed.
All right.
Okay.
We'll work through technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, it was a little slow.
Okay.
I listened to it twice because I thought, maybe the first time I was just like too busy with work. I couldn't really dedicate time to, give it a good listen. Then I tried it again. And I was like, still no. It's just it's a little too, I don't know. It's just too slow, I think, for me.
Yeah, no, that makes sense because you like you're more of the banging on trash cans and screaming at the top of your lungs
all the time. She has a great voice, though. She does, but I think, I think just the rhythm of the song was just a little bit too slow. Actually, to be honest with you, I really have not been listening to a lot of like scary music lately. I don't know why. I just have not been.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think I'm just getting older because sometimes I'm like, it's too loud. It's just too much for me right now. I need to bring it down a notch.
You could just turn down the volume or put earplugs in and keep the volume where it's at.
Oh,
there
that
you go.
brings me up. After we're done here, it brings me up to a little story.
Yeah,
But
go ahead.
Oh, I went to Guitar Box today.
Oh, you did?
Yes, and I was going to look for some new shirts or something like that. Just I had some of those G-Bucks,
Yeah, I'm waiting for mine to come in.
Why didn't you ask for any for Christmas? I didn't know you wanted shirts.
Well, yeah, here's Tim. I think Tim got me a $50 gift card. Is that correct?
Yeah, actually, that was a courtesy of the missus.
Okay, and then I had gotten 20 in G-Bucks. Okay, and so I had basically $70 to spend.
Right.
And I don't need any more strings. I have strings. I mean, I got a dumpster in the back with strings filled. That's how many strings I got.
I got a whole box of these things.
Yeah. So, and I gave you 10 of them for Christmas. And if you want like 50 more, I got them sitting right here next to me.
I think actually these are, I'm not going to mention them, but if you're watching, you can see.
They're good strings.
Yeah, this is the pair that I currently use on one of the guitars that I play, and I'm really, really happy with this pair. I have not tried out this pair yet, but so far I'm pretty impressed with them.
Yeah, so I immediately see somebody I know. It wasn't the main guy that when we were there, Tim. Wasn't him, it was somebody else.
Okay.
Somebody else there. And he says hi, and he's sitting there putting the amps on top of amps. And he's got like, you know how when you walk in, you see these big displays in grocery stores of pop or soda?
It's soda. Okay. I firmly believe it's soda. It's soda.
It's pop.
It's soda. Yeah, pop soda. Okay. I mean, and it goes all the way up to the ceiling. Okay. So here he is stacking these amps up, and he's standing in the middle of it, and he's about 10 feet off the floor. Okay. So I said to him, I said, "King of the amps?" And he turns around, he says, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, I got to get you a crown, Burger King crown,
What is he making a throne of amps?
It was throwing a throne of amps. Yeah, exactly.
That's whoever does not create that YouTube series.
Yeah,
you're missing
the
throne of amps.
Throne of amps. Yeah. So anyhow, he gets down and he says to me, "Hey, you got to see this." And I'm like, "Oh no, here we go again." So he goes over and he pulls his Fender Stratocaster off the wall, and it's a Yngwie Malmsteen. And he says, "Isn't this nice?" And he says, "Isn't this nice?" And I said, "Is it real or is it Memorex? Meaning, is it from Mexico or is it American? Mm-hmm. So he says, "No, it's the Artist series. It's American." So I said, "Oh, how much you want for it?" And he says, 18. Whew. And I'm like, "Yeah, that's a hard pass." Yeah. So then he says, so I said, first thing I look at it is, I'm like, "Wait a second. Those are not the right pickups. What happened to the pickups?" And he says, "Usually they're Seymour Duncan. They're called Fury. This guy who swapped them out for DiMaggio's." So I'm like, "Okay." So he says, "But listen to this." He says, "There's no noise." And he starts playing. And I said, "Wait a second." I said, "That's not true. There is a bunch of noise." And he looks at me and he says, "What do you mean noise?" I said, "You're playing. I can hear it. That's noise."
I knew where you were going. Yeah.
So he
worked hard for that one.
Yeah, he's giving me this dirty look, but he liked it. He liked a little joke there. So
yeah,
but
man,
okay,
18,
not to get
1800, but it wasn't. The original pickups are gone.
Yeah, the original. Well, that's the only guitar that comes with the Fury pickups. Mm-hmm. Is the Malmsteen guitar. So I'm like, I ain't touching that with. I want the original, if anything.
Right.
So, but for that price point, I wouldn't touch it either. So
yeah, that's true. That's the hard thing about buying used gear is you don't know if it's all original or if it's been tampered with or anything like that. So yeah,
right.
Because I like some of the Joe B guitars that I've seen pop up that they're used, traded in. You're like, man, is it original? Like
you don't know,
yeah, and it should have come with a certificate of authenticity and all this. And is it missing? Like it's just hard sometimes to buy used gear.
Yep, it is. So anyhow, that's my story. So.
Yeah, I like it. It's
nice.
A good story. So you know what we were going to do this episode? We talked about it a little bit last episode.
Hold on, can we talk about Dad's new angle?
Yeah.
You changed it up, Dad. Now we can see more of like the techie stuff.
Yeah, hold on. I got to bring it over to the. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
You can see my rack.
This.
Yeah.
This is new.
See my rack.
So now we can see. We got it the first time.
Okay.
Awkward,
sorry.
even the third time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
we're trying to.
We can
it's
see.
A kids channel. We're trying to keep it clean.
Yeah.
No, we definitely got that.
Yeah. So this is different. Now we can actually see your whole setup here. Or well, I wouldn't even say whole, but part of it.
No. Yeah. You can see the you can see the I got a Black Lion right here on the top, right here is a black lion, and it does the filtering and power for my rack. Underneath it, I have a pile, which is all those switches there to turn certain things on and off.
Well, no, it's not even a surge protector, right? It's just on and off.
It's just on and off. Yeah. But I got so much stuff to turn on and off and stuff like that. It's I'm not using all 9, but I'm using 7 of them. So, and I got the first 3 on to run the, different things that I want to run. I just,
right,
set it up that way. Then underneath I have the DBX, the 286 under there. And then below that I have my audio, which is the Evo 16, which is an Audient, which is pretty nice. So, which has the, it has a display, but it does a lot of my audio stuff. So that's somewhat my. Oh, and then I got here next to me, I got an H6, and below it I have an H8. They're both doing recording from the mic. So
nice.
And the mic has because it's a dynamic mic, it's a Shure based on the SM57. It has a preamp sitting in the back. You can't see it; it's in the back of the thing. So powered by the DBX there. So
and this nerdy portion of the episode is brought to you by Dad.
Yeah. Hey,
the techie, the tech nerd.
I'm wearing my Fender shirt.
Yeah. Oh well, did you find shirts at Guitar Box? You didn't say.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's another story.
Oh.
First of all, I get there and I'm looking at the shirts, and I got probably maybe 30 shirts, and I'm like, okay, I just bought a PRS. I'd like to have a PRS shirt.
Yeah, good luck.
Do they have one? No, nope. Not even. Do they have anything that begins with a P? No. So
that's okay. They don't have a Tanglewood either.
No, they don't. And so I'm like, so I said to the guy that I know, I said, hey, so you got any more shirts around? He says, well, there's a few Fender shirts up in front. So I go through and I comb through it, and there's a Marshall shirt, there's a orange shirt, there's a Zildjian, which is cymbals.
Yep.
There's a few others in there. Can't think of the other ones, but there was a few others. But nothing really. There was a Martin shirt. Nothing really interested me. So I went over to the front of the store, and they had this thing, and they had a few Fender shirts in there. And I'm looking at them like, oh, these are all medium, and I take an extra large. So I went and I started, and I see this little thing, and it says, it's a little box, a little cubby hole, and it says, everything here is marked price to go. So I said, look, reach my hand in there, and I'm like, oh, cool. There's a Fender hoodie in here.
Oh, okay? Nice.
So, but there's no zipper in front of it. It's just a pullover with a hood.
Right.
But it says Fender on it, and it's got a big pick design on the sleeve. So I'm like, oh, hey, did they have this in, extra large? So I found a package, and it does. So I'm like, cool. So I bought it. It was like $29. So for the hoodie.
What else did you get?
And I got more strings.
You just said what in the world?
After all of that, I got more strings. Yeah.
Yeah, I got more strings. So folks, I'm sitting in like 4 foot of strings here.
I had to play through strings both ways to work.
Yeah, I had to walk through strings.
Uphills both ways.
Uphill both ways over electric lines.
Bread bags for shoes.
Yeah.
Hey, I wanted
swim
to
across the channel.
I wanted to mention. Can I mention something?
Sure.
Okay. Did you say sure, Tim?
I didn't say anything, but go for it.
Oh. Okay.
It's your podcast.
I was gonna say it anyway. So I have this new job out here, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I work from home. And I work primarily with this gentleman in West Virginia. And we have this job, it consists of a lot of online meetings, right?
Yeah.
This guy, I had my first meeting with him, I don't know, a few weeks ago. I probably should have mentioned this last episode, but I didn't. He has, okay, you know how people like will blur their background out if they're working from home?
Sure. Yeah.
Most people. I do. This guy doesn't. His whole back room is guitars everywhere.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Just and full of good. And I haven't had a conversation with him. I haven't. I've just, don't want to mention anything. I don't know. Whatever. Just keeping it work, right? Work related.
Yeah.
But I can't help but notice. And he's just got a lot of acoustic guitars. He's got, a bunch of Fenders. And then he's got a big banner hanging up. And I'm not going to say it, but he's got a banner. And I happened to look it up. And he's got his own YouTube channel. And he plays blues music. And he sings.
Nice.
And he's an older guy. He really should be retired by now. But anyway, I don't know. I just find it interesting because every time I have a meeting, I'm like, I'm looking at the guitars because sometimes they move around and he'll take different ones out and display them. And so it's kind of like a little like Easter egg every time I have a meeting with him because I'm like, all right, which one do you have out now? What haven't I seen? I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yes, that is. That's cool.
Yeah. So he's really into blues. So I thought that was cool. But
you'll have to send his channel over via text so we can check it out.
Yeah.
Was that an earthquake? Did I just
see? No, thank goodness.
You're out of California.
I know.
I just was making sure that you didn't have an earthquake in Iowa.
No,
thank goodness. Anyway, all right, onward. I just had to share that. We were sharing little stories.
Yeah, although it was -5 this morning.
Yeah, it's freezing here.
Yeah, it's the cold weather's getting stupid.
The wind chill is like -23.
Yeah.
I hate that when I watch the news anymore. I can't tell if they're showing me the actual temperature or the feels like temperature.
Right.
Just show me the temperature.
Yeah.
And when I look outside, if I see the tree branches swaying, I know it's going to feel colder than what it really is.
Right.
Yeah. I do that same thing. I just want the temperature, and then when I go look out the window, if I see frozen cows going by, I know it's windy out.
Yeah. I was going to mention for people who don't know what like -23 wind chill feels like, it's like walking outside and getting like slammed in the face with like an ice board. You know what I mean? Like just like a board of ice. It's just slapped right across the face. Can't feel your nose.
Well, you're not used to it. You were out in California for.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, we're we're definitely not used to it.
Starting to sound Canadian.
No, yeah, oh yeah, no, no, we are bundled up head to toe. We're just like everywhere we're going, but. Whatever. We said this morning, we're like, we would so much more prefer this over, they're dealing with wildfires and all sorts of awful stuff. We'd much rather deal with this weather.
So what did the two dogs do in the morning? Did they just look out the window and say, hell no?
Nope. Yeah, we've been having issues with them because they're not used to the cold either.
Right.
But they're slowly
Getting used to it?
Yeah, they're getting used to it, but yeah.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got off topic
Tim,
quite a bit there.
Squirrels.
Tossing it back to you.
Yeah. No. We were gonna spend a little time this episode to revisit our Wheel of Musicians, reassemble it from the ground up. We got through a few musicians within the last 2 years, 23 and 24. Just to recap, we landed on Stevie Ray Vaughan, B.B. King, Tommy Emmanuel, Dave Grohl, Weird Al, Ryan E. Parrish, and J.B. Brubaker. I think I got all of them. I don't.
The
think
last
I missed
three
any.
were the best. Just saying.
The last three were.
Yeah.
I mean,
the best.
I'll tell you what. Looking at the analytics, I would say that the Dave Grohl Wheel of Musicians probably got the most traction. However, I will also say that Ryan E. Parrish is the only one that actually reached out and said, "Hey, man, thank you."
He's a cool guy.
Retweeted it, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I know that Stevie Ray, he's a little busy right now. He's not able to retweet. But
if he does, we're in trouble.
We're in trouble.
or either that or music's about to get good again.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, I figured we could rebuild the Wheel of Musicians with a little twist this time.
Okay.
We're going to each put up to 3 artists on the wheel. They can be an artist that was on the previous wheel, just can't be an artist that we've covered. And we're going to allow you, the listeners, you, the viewers, to reach out and submit your name for the wheel. Now, here's the catch. If your name gets picked, you get to come on the episode and tell us all about your musician. So if you throw a name on there, you got to be serious. You're coming on and you're going to tell us, you're going to do the research, you're going to tell us all about your musician.
Yeah, and you have to sign a contract. I mean, this is...
Well, I don't know how far we're going to go, but if you do get your name on the wheel and you do get picked and you do not come on,
we're going to sue you.
Blast you all over social media.
Yeah, we will. They'll never be able to show their face again in Finland.
Right, exactly. So we're not exactly sure how we're going to weed through the numerous submissions, but I know that if we do get some submissions, we'll probably, I don't know, maybe sit down and have a quick little conversation or whatever. Just make sure that, you're serious. You're not just blasting us, which... I mean, nobody really communicates with us on social media anyway, so I don't see us getting more than a handful, especially from people that we don't know. But you never know.
Yep.
You never know. We might have a cousin in Florida or somewhere over there in that neck of the woods. I don't know if he's still in that state or not, but
he is.
Okay, well then maybe he would want to throw in a suggestion and come on. I don't know. I haven't talked to him for like 20 years.
No.
I feel like it's been a long time.
Oh. Well, I think he listens. I think he does listen.
Okay. I've been thinking about reaching out to him, but I'm busy.
Do it. He's out there. He's out on Facebook. I'll reach out to him. What do you want me to say? Just let me know. You want me?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, let me know.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll think about it.
All right. So who wants to go first? Who wants to throw some names on the wheel?
Well, I don't know. I guess I can go first.
Okay.
I mean, I see that there's a duplicate on there now.
Yeah, there sure is.
Just popped on. Oh,
weird.
Man. Yeah, that is weird.
I was doing that.
Technology.
That's okay. That's all right. That just means that he gets to go on there twice, and we're just going to have to say who ended up getting it.
Well, so we can split it. We'll split the...
There we go.
There you go.
Okay. So my first pick is Gary Moore.
Okay.
All right.
And he's a blues artist.
And where's he from?
I think Ireland.
Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
Still Ireland.
Ireland. It's the
details.
Okay.
Oh.
I mean,
No.
What?
History majors would be really upset with that. But I'll let you continue.
Okay. And after that, Rocky, I guess his last name is Athis or Arthas or...
There's no R in there.
There's no. It's Athas.
Yeah, I'd say Athos.
Never heard of him.
Athos. Oh, really good guitarist. Blues.
We'll take your word for it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I listen to him a lot. He's got quite a few albums out there, and then everybody knows this next one, Billy Gibbons.
Oh yeah.
Do we? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
ZZ
yes,
Top.
I do know.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, of course.
The guy with the long beard, or the whole group has got long beards except
that's
the drummer.
Kind of
the trademark.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are my 3, and they're actually, I don't think they were ever on the wheel, but those are my 3.
Yeah, I don't think they were on the wheel. I'd have to go back and look.
I feel like Gary Moore was on there at one point, but he just was never picked, and he was taken off, I feel like.
So we did do B.B. King, but the names I had left over from the wheel were Tash Sultana, Sultana, Buddy Holly, Prince, and Bob Weir.
You never got your Prince?
I never got my Prince, but don't be worried. He's going back on the wheel.
Back on the wheel.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Oh, you picked that girl, didn't you?
I sure did. Yes. So I obviously we were talking about Ally Venable at the beginning of the show. So I was like, you know what? Interesting. I'll go ahead and put her on the wheel. I hopefully will be able to find some information about her. And then also I threw on Jesse Wells, who is kind of a I don't really know if he's kind of like country bluegrass, but he's been doing a lot of YouTube shorts and stuff like that. Kind of interesting, you know. He does do a lot of like political type themed songs and stuff like that. So I figured, you know what, I'll throw him on the wheel, maybe get to know him, know a little bit more about him.
Speaking of political stuff like that, there's a group out there called Government Mule. Have you ever heard of them? Yeah, Warren Haynes, really good blues guitarist. So, I mean, a lot of good players in that band. So.
Interesting. I'll have to take a look, see if I can find some of their stuff.
Yeah.
Are they, what kind of what genre are they?
Blues.
They're blues? Okay.
Yeah, Amanda's probably looking them up now.
She might be. I don't know.
No, wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right.
Yeah.
Mine's gonna be short and sweet. Unfortunately, I did not get 3 artists.
Well, that's okay.
But I have Gary Moore on there, so Dad and I will split that one.
Okay.
I hope we get that one first.
Why?
I don't know.
That's so mean. And well, I mean, I do too. Sure, he sounds like an interesting guy. Why not? And then I also chose Rory Gallagher, and I know I had him on the last wheel, but it was kind of towards the end of it. So anyway, he doesn't count. It doesn't count anyway. So anyway, those are my 2. So I stuck with the Irish peeps.
I like it. All right.
So,
well, we'll get our wheel assembled with those names. So we got Ally Venable, Jesse Wells, Prince, Gary Moore ×2, Rocky Athos, however you say his name. Hopefully we'll learn when he gets picked on the wheel. Billy Gibbons, Rory Gallagher, and then Amanda's still working on her 3rd artist. She doesn't have
Taylor
to come
Swift.
up with it today. Vetoed.
Vetoed.
And then, of course, we will give a little bit of time for our listeners to throw a couple of their names on the list. And, and then sometime in the near future, hopefully we'll spin that puppy. Somebody will get selected and we'll learn a whole lot more.
Can I put Weird Al on there again?
I'm surprised you didn't.
I mean, there's got to be like another area of his life we didn't cover. I don't know. You know what?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Weird Al did get picked.
Yes.
But,
yeah.
All right. I'm good with that.
Remember the getup?
Yeah, I do. It was really good. I just
Yeah.
So no. So we'll do Weird Al. We'll throw Weird Al on there again. There's plenty of decades to cover.
Plenty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Perfect. So I did send you guys a screenshot of an upcoming cruise.
Yeah.
Because I'm paying attention.
To preface this, he sent us a screenshot of something that he said. Yeah, he said the concert was like a $6,000 concert, and we were like, what? And I'm like, yeah, on a boat. So it's a cruise.
Yeah, it's a cruise, right? So I get emails from the Joe Bonamassa group or, whatever, joebonamassa.com. I emails, selling wares and, telling us what is going on in the world of Joe. And so I get this email for the Joe Bonamassa Keeping the Blues Alive at Sea 2026. So basically you can sign up for their pre-sale. And the lineup that has been announced so far includes, obviously, Joe Bonamassa, Beth Hart, Los Lonely Boys, Tommy Emmanuel, Robert Randolph Band, Ruthie Foster, Mike Zito, Jimmy Vivino, Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band, Ally Venable, and DK Harrell. More to be announced. Like, that lineup is pretty dang good.
Have you listened to Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band?
I have listened to it.
So they're interesting.
Not his whole discology or however you say it, but yeah, I've listened to some of their stuff.
So they are opening for the Irish band that we're going to go see in March. So that it's kind of a weird mix. But yeah, they're different for sure.
Yeah.
But so they'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see them live. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, you'll have to let us know how that is.
Hey, I was going to mention.
I got a question.
I was going to mention I get VIP treatment when I go to this Irish concert.
How's that?
Because of my work.
Oh,
what?
My work
Cool.
is a big time donor to the area, to the vicinity.
Nice.
The venue. And we get a VIP room. We get personal co-check. We get our own bathroom, so we don't have to wait in line.
What?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's going to be cool. It's going to be great.
Yeah. I do have a question.
Okay.
No.
That Reverend Peyton Big Damn Band, how do you fit that on the marquee? That's a lot of words there.
Yeah, I don't know. 2 lines? I have no
It's
idea.
also kind of an oxymoron if you think about it.
Yeah.
Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band. Weird. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't ask those kind of questions. But
Yeah.
anyway, they're expensive because it is a cruise, right? So the cheapest ticket that I could find for interior or in the middle somewhere of the big boat, we're going to say deck 4. I'm going to AKA Jack Dawson's room from the Titanic. It's all the way down at the bottom. And when the boat goes down, that's the hardest room to get away from.
Yeah.
One person is $3,134. You put 2 people in that room, it goes up to $3,494. So, yeah, it's pricey. Now, keep in mind, if you're a $10 coffee boy or girl, you have to buy the $10 coffee all-inclusive package. I don't know how much that is. It doesn't say. But they were, I guess the concept is that you get on the boat and everything is, there's nothing more that you're going to buy.
Right.
Right? So if if you want, you can get the cheap hotel room coffee, that's included. But if you want the $10 coffee, you have to buy the $5, the $5 coffee inclusive package.
Right. But did you look into, there's also service fees.
Yep.
It's 20 or $25 a day.
Right. Yeah. There's
like a
all
resort
sorts
fee.
of hidden fees
Yeah.
and there's all sorts of stuff. There's probably port fees. I don't know. But at the same time, I think it was a 5-night cruise and it starts at Miami to Key West to Nassau and then back or something like that, right? So I'm like, but at night they're doing concerts all 5 days. They have a meet and greet and all sorts of stuff. So I thought that would be pretty cool. But yeah, you want to get, for me, in my mind, I would want to get an outside balcony room so that I can see the iceberg before we hit it.
Yeah. Titanic.
Right. Because I've never been on a cruise, so I just imagine all cruises end the same way. But yeah, you want a balcony where you can actually look and see out into the vast ocean. Now you're over $6,000.
Wow.
Yeah. My question is, does that price include the norovirus and food poisoning that you're bound to get?
I believe so. They did say that the part of the cruise line's obligation is to provide health services.
Yeah. Okay. Because those things are they're like a floating petri dish. You always hear of people. They always get sick on those things, and then they have to what do they have to do? Basically, you have to stay in your room. You can't leave. If you get sick, because you can't spread it or whatever. And then the whole boat, everybody else gets sick, and then everybody is stuck in their rooms. You hear it all the time.
Well, and that's the big thing, though, is anytime anybody goes on a vacation anywhere, they come back and you've got the sneeze. So now all of a sudden it's like, oh, what were you kissing one of the camels at the petting zoo? You must have the camel virus, you know.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, they're going to save money on diesel fuel, though.
How's that?
Well, if they get the kick drum and the bass guitar to go at the same time, they can actually propel the boat.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a low one. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's a bad joke.
You're fired.
Did you spend the last 3 minutes thinking of that one?
Actually, less than that.
Fair
It
enough.
shows.
Fair enough.
So okay, so are you really considering going on this cruise, or are you still entertaining
there's no
it?
way. There's no way I can do
okay.
it. Yeah, I mean, I would love to, but still, I mean, here's the thing: is it's pre-sale, right? So you got to put down it's $100 per person just to be on the pre-sale. So then, so that's, let's say me and the wife go, that's $200. Then you get the ability to purchase the tickets, and it's first come, first serve. So you don't necessarily know if you're going to get the room you want. And then once you book that, you have until like December 12th of 2025 to pay for the cruise in full. So if you broke that down into, your 10 payments, because that's really all the time you have, it's a car payment every month.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And then plus you still have to, on top of the, let's just say you go cheap and you do the 3,500, right? Then you add your resort fees or your floating petri dish fee, or, your toilet flush fee, your diesel fee, whatever fee they want, you still have to pay to get there to the port.
Yep.
And then when you do your port calls at Key West and you get off the boat, you're going to need money to spend there, unless you choose to stay on the boat. But somebody was telling me that they pretty much try to kick you off the boat, get everybody off for the 8 hours or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So you're spending money there, then you're spending money at your other location, and then you got to get home. And so, I mean, no matter if you go the cheap route, I think you're looking at $7,000-8,000 anyway.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. I just have this feeling that I'm going to have to put money into the house this year. I'm sure that I'm going to find additional great deals, and I'm going to need money for that this year.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think it would be cool. Like, I wish that there was a concert that I could go to. Like, when we go to the Joe B concert down the road here where we're at, it's just Joe. Like, he's never had an opening act for him or anything like that.
Right, yeah.
So, but I think it would be cool to see, especially Beth Hart and Ally Venable and Tommy Emmanuel. I mean, those are ones that I would love to see.
I'd like to see Tommy Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Would you go on the cruise, Dad?
No.
I didn't think Dad would. Like,
Yeah.
I've never done it too. I mean, I try to stay off of boats, or at least ocean boats. And I try to stay out of helicopters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not a boat guy. I mean, I didn't grow gills on the side of my neck, so.
Well, you're not Aquaman. That's correct.
Yes, yeah. So, I mean, not that a boat is a bad thing, but it's just, I'm just not into the, would I like to go on a boat sometime? But
Yeah.
Well, you just said that it's not for you.
No, I mean,
Dad. For those of you who don't know, Dad is a very he's like a creature of like his own like habitat. He very much likes his own to be in his own area, and he's got like a circle of radius that he rarely goes out of. So for Dad to get on a boat would be an absolute miracle.
Oh, come on!
It would.
Yeah, I mean.
I'm not any better. I wouldn't do it either.
I mean, I don't know. Not for that price, I wouldn't do it.
I mean, if money wasn't an object, if you didn't have to, if you had no worry in the world, and I'd be like, yeah, sure, why not? Sounds like a great thing to at least experience once. But, when you sit there and have to look at taking a $10,000 or $6,000 chunk out of your savings account, you're like, is it really that worth it?
Yeah, and some people it is. It's just it's just for me that's not. I mean, I would rather get in a canoe and if you film it, watching me flip over all the time.
We'll see if we can make that happen this summer.
No, it's all right. No.
No.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just never. I just water and boats and me. Just I don't know.
No.
I mean, it took me a while to get on a plane, so don't.
Dad's like a cat. When we splash water at him, he's like,
yeah,
he hates it.
Well, I have to later this year, first half of this year for work. I got to go down to a southern state for 2 weeks for work, and they kind of basically said, "Well, we need somebody that meets these requirements, and congratulations, you're the only one, so you kind of have to go." And I'm like, "Sure, I'm driving." And they're like, "Well, we'll probably have a bus." I said, No. I am driving.
I
am driving. Yeah, they're bussing people down, and you probably jump. I'm like, no. We could fly it too. No.
Do they let you use a vehicle, or you have to use your own?
I'll use my own.
Okay.
I'll use my own, because here's my thing: is that you're asking me to do something I don't want to do. Right. Mm-hmm. And so I got to go down and assist for 2 weeks. Right. But I'm not trapped like everybody else. I want to be able to, oh, crap, I need to run to Walmart and get this. Or, what, I want to run to this burger shack or what. I want to be able to have that freedom, and then I can travel on my schedule. If I know it's going to take me 15 hours to get there, I can control when I leave. I can control where I stop. I can, you don't have to worry about the TSA, plus if I drive, I can bring a guitar with me. When I have downtime, I can sit there and play guitar. Can't do that. You can take a guitar through the airport, but I don't want to.
Nope.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
So.
Are you going to Texas?
No.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, so it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, I like that control. I like to be kind of in my, and then when it's time to leave and come back, I can just wake up in the morning, get in the car, and I can drive and, maybe take a detour and go see a historical site or something,
Right.
Instead of, I guess I'm just going to take a cab to the airport and jump on a plane, and I'm going to sit in an airport for 4 hours waiting for my flight.
Well, that's when I was doing all that traveling back a long time ago for a company I worked for. Mm-hmm. That was a big thing. You fly down there and you're in a hotel, and the hotel's got a kitchen in it, like a small kitchen that you can cook and stuff like that in the refrigerator.
Right.
But to get to the grocery store, you need a car.
Right.
And there's no way, and they didn't have Uber around or anything like that. So it's like, can I get a shuttle? Well, we don't have a shuttle that goes to the supermarket. So,
I've done that before where I'm like, what employee do you have that gets off in 20 minutes? I'll give them $25 to run me to Walmart and back.
Yeah.
Because I know you don't pay your employees well enough. So, hey, all they have to do is run me to Walmart so I can run and grab some food and drive me back here. And almost every time, they'll find somebody to do it.
Yep.
So, anyway, way off subject, but no, I don't think that I'm going to be going on that cruise. But it does sound like a whole lot of fun, a lot of great music. So, if any of our listeners or viewers end up going on that, let us know how it is, or at least let us know how we can follow your adventures on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We'd like to know how it was.
Yep. With that, Amanda, did you have enough time to prepare one of the most excellent outros of 2025?
Oh, yeah. I don't know that I would say it's most excellent, but it's something, It's better than nothing, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm ready. Are you guys ready to end this episode 64?
let's get on out of here.
Okay. So we appreciate you tuning into another episode of the Pandemic Guitar Podcast. As always, we thank you for putting up with our family banter and Tim's awful jokes. If you're so inclined, feel free to contact us on Instagram at Pandemic Guitar, on Facebook, and on X, as well as YouTube. And you may also email us at pandemicguitar@icloud.com. And also visit our merch shop while you're at it, which is swag.pandemicguitarpodcast.com. Until next time, keep on playing or don't. We will not tell. Oh, we might. I don't know.
You know where you're not going to find us? You know where we're not?
Where?
TikTok. Not on TikTok.
Oh. Yeah.
Well,
it's down now.
No,
TikTok.
it's back.
Bye.
It's back. It's
What?
back. It's back. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was down
Whatever.
for a very short time, but it's back. I do not do the TikToks, but
No, I don't either.
no.
I don't either.
We are not on TikTok. We will never be on TikTok. So don't look for us there.
Happen.
You'll be wasting your time. Yep. Anyway,
All right.
peace out. Episode
See ya.
64. Bye.
Yep. Take it easy, everybody. Bye.